Packers have one clear: Josh Jacobs' decision. And it's not open for debate. Something shifted when Josh Jacobs stepped onto Lambeau Field for the first time in green and gold. You could feel it, a subtle but undeniable change in rhythm. Coming from the chaos of a misfiring Raiders organization, Jacobs didn't just adapt to the Packers system, he elevated it. Like a missing puzzle piece that had always belonged, he brought with him a thunderous presence, a fire behind every snap. And now, as whispers begin to form about the future, the Packers face a decision that seems obvious. But beneath the surface, it's more urgent than most realize. Last season, Jacobs delivered, and then some. A career-high 15 rushing touchdowns, 1,329 yards of controlled aggression, finesse, and vision. Another 342 yards through the air with a receiving touchdown to round it out. These aren't just numbers, they're signals, evidence of a player in perfect sync with his surroundings. And yet, there's a question that lingers in the shadows, one that fans, coaches, and critics alike can't quite ignore. How much longer can he keep this up? Just after the final whistle of last season, Jacobs turned 27, still within the golden window of an NFL player's prime. But if you've followed football long enough, you know the signs. You've seen the shift. For running backs, the decline rarely announces itself with fireworks. It begins quietly, a missed hole, a half step late on a cut, a flash of hesitation where there used to be instinct. This isn't about fear, it's about reality. The so-called running back wall isn't a myth. It's a slow-moving storm. And the smart teams? They don't wait for it to hit. They act while the skies are still clear. Which is why the Packers' path forward shouldn't be cautious. It should be bold. Now is not the time to ration Jacobs' touches like scarce rations in a long season. No, now is the time to unleash him. To lean in, to take everything he has to give. Because what he has could be the difference between a decent season and a defining one. And the coaching staff seems to sense it too. Packers running backs coach Ben Simmons didn't mince words. His quickness, cutting ability, exploding through drills, he looks better this year than last year at this time. That doesn't sound like a player being preserved. That sounds like a weapon being primed. Jacobs isn't a role player. He's a catalyst, a momentum shifter, the kind of back that doesn't just move the chains. He rewrites the script of a game. If Green Bay wants to write a new chapter in its legacy, one with postseason glory, maybe even another ring, it starts with letting Jacobs carry the weight. And maybe, just maybe, carry the team along with it. This isn't up for debate, not anymore. Use him, feed him, trust him. Because waiting too long, playing it safe, that's a luxury this franchise cannot afford. And now, here's where you come. And if this breakdown stirred something in you, a sense of anticipation, a feeling that something big is coming, then make your presence felt. Hit that like button to let the algorithm know this story matters. Subscribe if you want more deep, narrative-driven takes on the NFL that cut through the noise. And most importantly, drop a comment with your take on how the Packers should manage Jacobs. Be strategic. YouTube rewards smart, thoughtful discussion, and your voice could be the one that starts a wave. The road ahead is full of unknowns. But one thing is certain. With Josh Jacobs, the Packers hold lightning in their hands. The only question is, will they unleash it before it fades?
The veteran who is being pointed out as a possible cut by the Green Bay Packers is Romeo Doubs. According to journalist Christopher Knox from Bleacher Report, Doubs is the most likely name to be sacrificed as a cap casualty that is cut to make room on the salary cap. The reason? The team could save around $3.4 million by releasing his contract. Although Doubs has shown good chemistry with quarterback Jordan Love and is in the final year of his rookie contract. The arrival of rookies Matthew Golden, first round, and Savion Williams, third round, raises questions about Doubs. place on the roster. The dilemma is, keep due experience or bet on the prospects and use the salary savings to strengthen other areas. All this while Christian Watson is still recovering from a serious knee injury. In other words, Romeo Doubs is at the center of this crossroads, and he may very well be the veteran who makes way for the new generation of wide receivers in Green Bay. Something big is brewing in Green Bay, and it could change the Packers' offense forever. The 2025 NFL draft wasn't just about building for the future. It may have set the stage for one of the most shocking decisions the Packers have made in years. You see, Green Bay didn't just draft one new weapon for Jordan Love. They drafted two. In the first round, they grabbed Texas standout Matthew Golden, a receiver built for big moments. Then, in the third, they added Savion Williams, the explosive playmaker from TCU. Coincidence? Not likely. These moves weren't just about adding depth. They were strategic, calculated, and they may have sounded the alarm for one veteran wideout whose days in Green Bay could be numbered. Romeo Doubs. According to Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, Doubs could become a cap casualty, sacrificed in the name of youth and financial flexibility. Yes, the same Romeo Doubs who built real chemistry with Jordan Love. The same Doubs who has come up clutch when it mattered most. But why now? On the surface, it's about numbers. Cutting Doubs would save the Packers a tidy $3.4 million in cap space. But beneath the surface, there's more. Christian Watson, another cornerstone of the receiving corps, is still recovering from a devastating ACL tear suffered against the Bears. He may not even suit up this season. So, with uncertainty swirling around Watson and two rookies entering a league that eats young receivers alive, why even consider cutting a proven talent like Doubs? Here's where it gets really interesting. The front office is facing a brutal dilemma. Bet on potential and pocket the savings, or stick with experience and risk limiting future moves. Whichever path they choose, it could reshape this team's trajectory. Because Green Bay isn't just aiming for another playoff berth, they want more. They believe Jordan Love is the guy, and these decisions? They're all about surrounding him with the right pieces. But is it worth gambling on untested rookies? What if Matthew Golden hits the rookie wall midseason? What if Savion Williams struggles to adjust to NFL speed? And what if, just what if, Romeo Doubs signs with an NFC rival and comes back to burn the Packers in a playoff game? That's not just speculation. That's a nightmare scenario. So, what happens next? Will the Packers pull the trigger and move on from Doubs, or will they hold the line and protect their chemistry in a make-or-break season? The answer may be coming sooner than you think. And trust us, you'll want to be watching when it does. Stay tuned. The Packers' wide receiver shakeup is just getting started, because in Green Bay, nothing is guaranteed. And everything is on the line.